Morning. uh, I'm down at Lincoln Memorial. You see it over there? So it's at my halfway point. Uh, but I was thinking, I get a lot of, on Let's Go Help, the Facebook group, I get a lot of people asking about what the next stimulus is going to be. Nobody really knows, but it'll be something. But to me, what's important is not to worry about the next stimulus because that's going to come with or without you or whatever the heck you do, and certainly it will help if they do something, and how much we have no control over. But you do have control over what you're going to do after that. And I think that's more important because you have no control over that stimulus package. And as they say, you got to worry about the things you can do something about, and not the things you can't do anything about. And so that's really just bonus in life. So you got to, what are you going to do with your life after that? Is your job? Do you have a job? Will it be there when you come back or whatever? And that's what you have to know. And of course, you can't know everything. But even if it comes back or not, what is the rest of your life going to be like? What do you want it to be like? And start preparing for that. I mean, you can't prepare for, being a millionaire next Thursday. Forget that. If you really, want to be a real estate millionaire or something, don't plan on that happening anytime soon. But what you can do is start preparing for it. You really want to learn about it. Don't spend money. We talked earlier about spending money to make more money or something. I think that's foolish unless you have money. If you don't have money, then you're just going in debt because it's all a gamble. And one thing you can do as real estate is go to real estate meetups. I mean, that's the way to learn what's going on around where you live, are these real estate meetups. And if you go to meetup.com, put in real estate or business or something like that. And so even if there's none in your area and you have to drive 50 miles, that's worth it because it's free. These are where people get together who invest in real estate and share ideas. So you can get that for free instead of joining some seminar or something that somebody's going to sell you. See, it is, I told, my wife mentioned the other day, she was so impressed with the other video where I said, you're trying to use the same sources to get you out of trouble, the same sources that got you in trouble. In other words, searching Google for opportunities that didn't work out, and you got deep in debt shit. And now you got to get out of it, and you go search into Google again. So it's just another set of people that are going to figure out ways to get your money because you have a problem and really not solve your own problem. That's why my philosophy is you try the free ones first. Particularly if you don't have money, you have to use the free ones first. Because otherwise, your chances of that working is so slim, you just get in worse trouble. And that's why I say it's not the next stimulus package, it's what you're going to do about the stimulus package after that. Like now, I sent out a report to members about how to be a COVID tracker. And they're hiring people now, $15 to $30 an hour all over the country remotely. You could take a free course on that. Johns Hopkins University members are calling up, and taking that for free, so you get a certificate. So you apply for one of those jobs and you can do it at home. Now it's different, thousands of different people. I went to Indeed, Indeed.com and Glassdoor.com. These are hiring sites, and you could go there and put in contact tracer, and you'll see hundreds and hundreds of jobs opportunities. A lot of them are freelance. A lot of them they don't care where you are. It's all at home. And now you have a certificate, to get your resume or something on top of the pile. And these are temporary. They may turn out to be longer, but a lot of it's going to be temporary. And that's what you need to do. You got to find out ways to make income quickly because that's what you need. And then, then plan for a little longer term. What are you going to do after that? Start looking around. And it's really getting information, or looking inside yourself. I mean, don't forget, one thing you could always do is get money by providing services to other people. I mean, this is what this country was built on. The shoemaker, he didn't have a website. He just made shoes at home, right? And sold them to people in the neighborhood. That's the basic, philosophy of entrepreneuring. You just create something and sell it to somebody. Now what we've come is such a marketing, machine in this whole country that people think you have to have $300,000 to sell anything. That's stupid. You may, if you want to do it their way, because they want to make that money, but there's other ways and simpler ways and more understandable ways. I mean, the sophisticated ways are so complicated, you don't know what the hell's going on. So you have to use these people, and then they hold the keys to this kingdom supposedly, but they don't. They don't. If you're going to go out and do it just simply, you have something, find a customer. That's all you have to worry about. And don't believe in all these magic ways to find a customer. No, you have to believe in non-magic ways so you don't spend any money. They're the people who do it, whether it's setting up at the flea market or whatever. How are you going to get customers? And keep being as creative as possible, for that. Now, the other thing too is that every county is forecasting the kinds of jobs that are going to be available where you live. And that's, let's see, there's somebody behind me. What's he doing? He's got a little golf cart. And so they keep track. And that's called the Workforce Center. And that's at your Career One Stop. So if you Google your county and Career One Stop, talk to those people, see what they have. You can get training, you could be trained, you could make 20, 30 grand a year to learn something instead of paying some college 20, 30 grand to go into debt for. Those kinds of opportunities are available, but they're not sexy, they're not, they don't make the cover of magazines and all that kind of stuff. So, but they're practical and they're real. If you're chasing some funny dream or something that is not real, that bubble's going to burst someday and you won't feel good. I mean, all this is very personal stuff that may or may not work for you. I don't know what works. I still, every day of my life, I wake up trying to figure out what works for me. I still don't know. You learn from just trying things and failing. And that's the important thing. So if you're not trying anything and failing, you're not learning, you're not growing. And that's why it's not just stimulus package that's going to change your life. It's the next thing that's going to do, or you're going to do, that can really change your life. And that's what you have to do. So that's why, how do you figure out what that is? You want to work for a nonprofit. You find nonprofits locally to volunteer for, to find out. You got to get information. You got to get input. Meetups probably aren't happening now, but there's virtual meetups. Man, people are teaching how to give a haircut on Zoom calls. They're teaching it online. People are teaching how to tap dance, on Zoom calls. So what do you want to do? Maybe you make a hell of a spaghetti. Well, you could figure out how to get paid teaching people how to make a hell of a spaghetti on the internet. That guy's just, I guess he's picking up garbage. And that's the important part of life. And also, to me, that's what keeps you excited and in the game. The worries, you're going to have worries no matter what you do, and how bad they are, will come and go. But it's doing something about them. To me, a worry is debilitating if you're frustrated and can't seem to do anything about it. That's why no matter what you do about it is better than doing nothing. Even if it's wrong, you may have to try 10, 20 different things that don't work. That's okay. Because one, you're going to learn from doing that. Every time you fail, you learn something and grow your mind. You grow your capabilities. You learn something in life, what you thought worked doesn't work, so you get that shit out of your mind. Get on to something else. You don't know what that something else is until you fail at the things you thought it was. That's how you grow. You have to fail at all the things you thought that would make you successful. so you can find out the things that really will. And you can't get there. I mean, every business I've started out as a completely different idea, but it didn't work. But that got me to somewhere else. And you can only get to somewhere else by trying where you shouldn't be. You thought you should be there, but it didn't work. And that's important. And that's why it's, what are you going to do next? I mean, things you can do, again, is go meetups, find out where meetups are in your areas because they're virtual meetups. Contact your local career one stop. That's a good place to do it. Another thing is go to your local community college. They are very good at getting people jobs that pay well, okay, and require very little training. They have lots of grants money, and then the government is giving more grant money there. Try to find a counselor there to talk about the opportunities, what's available. Maybe it's healthcare you want to get in. Obviously, that's going to grow. You got all farts like me. only thing that we have that's going to be growing is ailments. That's what happens when you get old. So we'll need more people taking care of that. So you make an appointment for a counselor up at the community college, no matter what age. See, just think, if you're 55 or 60, what the hell, you're going to work you can work 30 more years. Yeah. I'm 77. I feel I have 10, 15 more years yet. Yeah. So at 55, you're a kid. You're starting all over again. So call a counselor. Just not that you're going to make a decision. No, you have to get input to make a decision. Start getting input. Don't say, "Oh, that sounds great, I'm going to do it." No, you start, surveying the landscape and trying to figure out what's good for you or a good possibility for you to start. Yeah, that's the important thing. It's all just taking the first step. But see, when you start taking those first steps, that's what eases your mind, because now you're on a path to something. You have some hope. If you're in there just going around in Google circles, as I call them, you're not going anywhere. You got to get, feedback from real life human beings. Like I say, that I think recently I said this, that you're dealing with robots. Robots are just trying to guess what you're going to say so that they could sell you something. And that's not a real experience in life. That's a robot, and that's not satisfying or anything. Maybe it's satisfying because you gave money that we're going to solve your problem, but it's probably not. Yeah, so you got to go out and talk to real people, have real interactions to understand. And so you hear in people's voices what is good or bad. You see in their eyes. The internet certainly isn't all bad, but you can't make all your decisions. Don't get money on the internet. You got, particularly about your life. This is your life. You only have one shot at this shit. And it's not going to be, roses and lollipops. No. But see, the fun part to me, if you could look at the struggle as being fun, because you're going to struggle no matter what the hell happens. We all feel like we're struggling, so that's not going to go away. It's just at different levels. So, like this, I think I mentioned this book about climbing. This kid, like 12-year-old or something, rock climber. She's a very successful rock climber. She wrote a kid's book about how life is like climbing a rock, a big cliff or something that you have to think about every step you take, everything you grab on. That's what life is. It is being a challenge with every step. If it's not a challenge, really, sure, it's nice. You probably need that once in a while to recharge your energy and your batteries. And that's why sitting on the beach is fun. But sitting on the beach for the whole life is stupid to my mind. I wouldn't want to do that. You're not growing. If you're not growing, you're not having fun. If you're not giving, you're not having fun. That's a basic thing. Sure, it's frustrating when it doesn't work out, but you have to keep at it. Somehow find that. Lick your wounds for a while, okay, but get back on that goddamn horse. Whether I could help you or somebody else, I'm not the only person in the world that could help you. But I hope I'm the cheapest or nothing. And that's what go out. The world is so big and so full of opportunities that don't cost any money to start exploring. And that's the most important thing. I think we all have to start learning in life. You know, Google and the internet, the information explosion, all that taught us is that there's so much stuff out there, but here's what it costs. And that's stupid. So get out there and get on the horse and keep falling off. And I'll be here 10 more years giving you more crazy ideas that may or may not work. I don't know.